What's up, Flourish family? It's your girl Sienna Sage coming to y'all with another video. As you guys can probably see from the title, this is going to be talking about the tips for tending to low porosity hair that are going to change the game for you and your little natural hair life and journey, okay? Also, let's take a moment to admire the little dude that I got going on right now. Hold on, I just messed up my whole clip. See, this is why you can't even be trying to be feeling yourself. Humble yourself, girl, humble yourself. Anyways, yes, so I'm super excited to be talking to you guys about the different hair porosities. You have your low porosity hair type, which is the hair type I have. So this video today and this series for low porosity hair type is going to pretty much be a testimonial. I'm also going to be helping you guys out as well with your medium porosity hair type and also my people out there with high porosity hair type, because I've done extensive research in these areas. I've applied these teachings. So just because I don't necessarily have that hair type doesn't mean that we're not going to be throwing some gems out there for you guys too. So definitely stay tuned for that. But for the sake of this video, we are going to be really pouring into our low porosity hair type queens and kings out there, okay? So let's hit y'all with tip number 1. My first tip that I have for you guys with low porosity hair is when you are conditioning or deep conditioning your hair, you're gonna want to rinse your hair with warm water. Now, what this is going to do for you is it's going to open up your very enclosed pores. And this is something that we talked about in a previous video on hair porosity. So if you have not watched that video, definitely take the time to now tune into that video. I'm actually going to drop the link to it right here on this video so that you guys can definitely tune into that and get the insight from that video and apply it within this video. So yes, going forward, that warm water is going to allow the pores to open up and allow your deep conditioner and your conditioner to actually be retained into the hair. And that is really going to be helpful for you, because I know that a lot of people with low porosity hair type, they don't know that. A lot of people, they still think, oh, the cold water is best for their hair. Like, they don't understand it. So when they are conditioning and washing their hair and things like that, they realize that it's super matted. Sometimes there's not a lot of slip, or when they get out the shower from washing their hair, it just still seems very dry. And that's because your conditioner or your deep conditioner just didn't have an opportunity to be retained into your hair. So super, super, super important that you rinse it with warm water. Now for tip number 2. Tip number 2 for my low porosity hair type people is using steam on your hair. Now, I have a steamer. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't use it that much. I really don't. But with your steamer, you are supposed to put like distilled water inside of it, and it actually is really helpful because it does open up those pores and allows that moisture to be retained into the hair, especially when you are trying to refresh your curls and you don't necessarily have like that day one wash and go. The steamer is going to be really influential to helping you to refresh those curls on a daily and just get that moisture in on a daily, because again, moisture is water, and this is something that I talk about all the time. Moisture is water. Don't get it confused. These products and things like that, yes, they might have water in it. They might have, water-based things in it that also aid and give your hair moisture, but at the end of the day, moisture is water, right? Hydration in your hair is water. So with that being said, the steamer is actually going to help you a lot with opening up those pores. When using the steamer, actually I'm going to get mine as well so that you guys can see how it works. Hold on, give me a second. So this is my steamer. It is the Q Redo. Basically, you just open this up like that. Open it up. If you look inside, it has this little opening right here. I would flip this silicone piece back, and then I would be able to put my distilled water inside of here, plug this bad boy in, and then it steams your hair. Basically, the steam comes out through these little holes there, the 2 holes there, and then you can kind of like scrunch it up and diffuse it if you'd like to, or even like kind of comb through if you would like to. So this has definitely been very helpful for me. Honestly, I do not use it as much as I should. I get pretty lazy with it sometimes. Now, a second tip, if you do not want to go ahead and use the steamer, is you can actually just not put your shower cap on. Now, this is something I do all the time when I'm super lazy and I just don't feel like, you know, steaming my hair, putting the water in it and everything like that. I literally just won't put my shower cap on, and this is super helpful for me. I would recommend that if you are going to do that, make sure that your shower head is filtering out the water though, because not every shower head does that. And that's just a good tip for your skin and your hair and just your whole body. Like, you just want to make sure that that hard water that's coming from your tap is being filtered from your shower head, so when it touches your hair, or when it touches your skin, or when it touches your scalp, it's not going to impact any of your body and your hair negatively. So the steaming with the Q-Redo definitely could be helpful for you, or just not putting that shower cap on could really be helpful for you. Again, when you are steaming your hair, especially when you're not doing it in a controlled environment like with this steamer, it is going to make your hair a little bit more frizzy, but that's okay. You know, that's okay. God made frizz don't hurt, right? So if you do want a more defined curl pattern though, I would just recommend that when you have your curling product, you just go in and maybe finger coil the individual sections that you feel like got frizzy or whatever the case may be. But it's a super quick fix, and we need moisture to get into our hair. Like, we need water to get into our hair to allow our products to actually do what they're supposed to do, right? So now we are getting into the third and final tip that is going to really help you on your natural hair journey as a low porosity hair person out there. And that tip is using lightweight and penetrating oils in your hair and scalp. Now, as I mentioned before in my previous video, low porosity hair is super prone to getting product buildup because the pores are so closed that the moisture and the products and whatever it is that you're trying to put on it literally just sits on top, and it's never able to actually penetrate and get inside. So you want to make sure that you're using oils and butters that are penetrating and lightweight. Pairing that process of allowing the steam to open up the pores with the process of putting lightweight and penetrating oils on your hair is going to have your curls, your coils, your kinks pop in, okay? Pop in. Because now you allow the pores to open up, and now you're putting oils in it that are actually going to be able to be retained into it, because maybe the molecular composition of it is really small, and again, it's lightweight, so it's not going to just be dragging your hair down and just drooping it down. Because sometimes products, oils, butters, they do that to your hair. They just make it droop down, and we're like, why is this happening? And it's probably because it's too heavy and it's not a penetrating oil, meaning that the molecular composition is not small enough to actually get into our hair. So I definitely would recommend to check out the previous video so that you can get the whole list of all the oils and butters that I recommend for individual hair porosities. But that is my 3 major tips that have been a game changer for me on my natural hair journey. I'm gonna go over them one more time as a little briefing, but that is 1, making sure that we rinse our hair with warm water when we are deep conditioning and conditioning our hair. 2, using a steamer or just allowing the steam in the shower to steam your hair and open up those pores naturally. And then 3 is using lightweight and penetrating oils, butters, and products to really get into that hair. And when the pores are already open with the steam, it's going to be retained in, and it's going to be the best hair day you've ever experienced, y'all. If you guys apply these tips, I have full faith that you guys are going to be having an amazing wash and go experience and just natural hair journey in general. So definitely in the comments, let me know how this goes for you. If you do apply these tips, I would love to get your feedback and understand how it's worked for you guys. I love to hear it, y'all. I really, really do love to hear it. I'm so excited to see how this all works out for you guys, and I'm super excited to keep on going forward with this different content in terms of the hair porosity series that I'm going to be dropping. I love you guys so much. Keep on flourishing all day long and always. Mwah! Love you, Flourish fam.